Chakrapani, how would this compare against the Ather Rizta for someone who has a 60-ish kilometer commute every day in really bad roads of Bengaluru? Also, on a different note, running costs and financial decisions aside, how is the feel aspect of it when compared to other 150, 160cc scooters?
To me today, if I were buying a scooter for the situation you're describing, I would still be buying an ICE scooter above all else, because the levels at which you can get great ICE scooters, all electrics have not reached. So it's a more nuanced decision when it comes to electrics. On the Rizta, I was expecting Ather to have much better suspension than it is. It's better than the 450 for sure, but is it at the level where the ICs are at? No, it's not. And in terms of the Orbiter, that's my weakest area in terms of what I'm absolutely sure about is the ride quality. Because the TVS track is relatively flat, there isn't really any bumps to hit. I feel like you'll be okay, but I don't know for sure that you'll be okay. I know, for example, that the Access 125's ride quality is a benchmark in the balance between being comfortable and being controlled. The iQube is the benchmark in terms of being super plush feeling, but as you go faster, that control sort of goes away and you become a little less comfortable with those speeds. I don't know where the Orbiter sits yet. But for a 60-kilometer commute in Bengaluru, will there be a big difference between riding a Rizta and the Orbiter? In terms of the feel of a premium scooter, the Rizta will obviously feel more premium.
So it's also more expensive.
It will also be slightly more expensive in the process, but forget that for a minute. The Ather products always feel a little bit more premium, and the Orbiter is just not trying to. It is saying, I give you reasonable quality, I give it to you at a reasonable price, and I do a reasonable job, and this is what the game is. If you want this game, please have me. If you don't want this game, go buy something else. Simple. So the Rizta has a position and it's trying to be something. I don't get that sense of that from the Orbiter. So I get the sense of Rizta has a work aspect, a comfort aspect, a utility aspect, a family aspect. The Orbiter says, let's get to work.
It's interesting, actually, this question does highlight what it is, who it is aimed at as well, which was also one of the questions. It was from Noobmaster69. What kind of customer is it aimed at? Did they specify? You said youngsters.
They've said youngsters, first jobbers, students, but I think that is the aspirational TG. There are people who are at that age and...
But family didn't come in over there.
Not a family scooter by definition, no.
Okay. Balakrishnan, his question is, it's not a question. Only one question. Why is it so ugly?
Please go look at it in the flesh.
Okay.
It'll either turn out to be much uglier than you expect, or it'll turn out to be much more acceptable than you think, which is why I think just go look at one.
And almost on cue, unknown callers asked, I understand the differences in classifications between ICE and EV cars, but what are the different classifications of scooters? What is the difference between a commuter scooter, let's say the Orbiter, and a family scooter?
Okay, all scooters are commuter scooters. Some of these scooters can be commuted on by really old people, people of a variety of genders, of various kinds of infirmities and frailties. And if you can do all of that, it's a family scooter. As soon as you try to specialize in, say, more youthful, more specialized, then we immediately label it sporty scooter, whether it's actually sporty or not, etc., etc. A lot of this is fairly arbitrary because we haven't really evolved the bottom of our scooter market. And honestly, we will not. If you were to look at the Splendor Classic, Pro Classic as a cafe racer, I mean, it's a Splendor with a handlebar, and I really enjoyed riding it too. But it's not a cafe racer, man. It's a Splendor with a handlebar. It's because the difference doesn't fundamentally change in dramatic ways by changing the handlebar. Some of the feeling shift, it's that. It's a very, very loose, arbitrary connotation. Please do not get too far carried away by saying, oh, that's not classified as a family scooter, so I can't have one. No, it's not that specialized a subject.
Mithun Reddy has asked, is the seat comfortable for a 6'1" guy?
6'1" comfort. I'm 6 foot comfortable.
And a 5'2" wife for short distance rides.
Yes, I think you'll be okay.
Okay.
TVS Orbiter does look odd, but it is also oddly interesting to ride. If you'd like to know more about this, see the entire MotorInc First episode, including questions from Circles, only on the MotorInc app. MotorInc First is free to watch, and the app has always been free to download.